In the eastern provinces of ancient China, during the Eastern Jin dynasty, there lived a young woman named Zhu Yingtai. She was her father's ninth daughter, clever beyond her years, with a mind that thirsted for books and poetry. Yet, in those times, women were forbidden from entering academies, for learning was thought to belong to men. But Yingtai's heart could not be caged. She begged her father for permission to study. At first he refused, but her persistence wore him down. At last, he relented, though reluctantly, and Yingtai made her preparations. She bound her hair, dressed in men's robes, and disguised herself as a young scholar. With a servant accompanying her, she set off for the city of Hangzhou, where the most prestigious academy awaited. The road was lined with peach blossoms in full bloom, and as Yingtai gazed upon them, she felt as though her secret dream of knowledge was finally blossoming too. It was on this road that fate arranged her first meeting with Liang Shanbo. He was a modest young scholar, dressed in simple blue robes, carrying little more than a bamboo scroll case. When their eyes met, Yingtai bowed politely, lowering her voice to keep her disguise intact. "Brother, where are you headed?" "To the academy in Hangzhou," Liang replied with a smile. So it was decided, they would travel together. Neither of them knew that this chance encounter would grow into the most profound story of their lives. Companions in study. At the academy, Yingtai and Liang became inseparable. They walked the bamboo paths together, studied under lantern light, and shared bowls of steaming rice in the dining hall. Liang admired the delicate grace of his brother, but never suspected the truth. For Yingtai, each passing day made her disguise more difficult to bear. Her heart fluttered when Liang recited poetry or laughed at a witty phrase. She longed to reveal herself, but tradition and honor tied her tongue. Instead, she dropped subtle hints. Once, as they strolled by the lotus pond, she remarked, "Brother Liang, you are of marriageable age. If I had a younger sister, I would gladly offer her hand to you." Liang blushed and shook his head. "Brother Zhu, you jest. No sister of yours could be more dear to me than our brotherhood already is." Yingtai smiled sadly. How blind he was to her hints, and how bound she was by her disguise. 3 years passed in this way. Their friendship deepened into a quiet bond, strong as silk threads. Yet time, like water, flows swiftly. Yingtai's family summoned her home, and she had no choice but to obey. Before leaving, she took Liang aside. "Brother Liang," she said softly, "please come to my house in 9 months' time. I will introduce you to my younger sister. She will be a worthy wife for you." Liang agreed, though puzzled. He could not explain why Yingtai's departure left such an emptiness in his chest. A bitter discovery. Months passed before Liang could make the journey to the Zhu family estate. With great anticipation, he knocked at the carved gates, expecting to meet his friend's mysterious sister. To his astonishment, it was Yingtai herself who appeared, dressed now in flowing silks, her hair adorned with jade pins. No disguise, no robes of a scholar, only her true self. Liang stared in disbelief. "Brother Zhu, no, Lady Zhu." She bowed her head, her cheeks aflame. "Yes, Liang. I am she. Did I not hint it to you? My sister I spoke of was myself." The truth struck Liang like lightning. The affection he had suppressed, the strange warmth he had always felt, suddenly made sense. His heart leapt, yet it also broke, for he realized how much time they had lost. They sat beneath the old cypress tree, speaking in whispers. Liang confessed his love, and Yingtai admitted that her heart had long belonged to him. For a few fleeting hours, their world was bright with promise. But fate, cruel and unyielding, soon revealed its hand. Yingtai's father had already arranged her marriage to a wealthy nobleman from the powerful Ma family. The agreement had been sealed months before. She was bound by duty, and no plea could overturn it. When Liang heard this, despair filled him. Yet Yingtai clutched his hand and vowed, "Though I cannot marry you in this life, my soul will never belong to another." Death and transformation. Liang's grief consumed him. He fell ill, his body too frail to withstand the storm of sorrow in his heart. Within weeks, he died, his final breath whispering Yingtai's name. When news reached her, Yingtai collapsed. She wept until her eyes were red, mourning not only Liang's death but also the death of their unfulfilled love. On the day of her wedding procession, dressed in brilliant red silk, she begged her family to let her pay respects at Liang's grave along the roadside. Her request was reluctantly granted, and the procession halted near the cemetery. There lay Liang, beneath a humble mound of earth, with the willow trees bowing in the wind. Yingtai walked to the grave, her tears falling like rain upon the soil. "Shanbo," she cried, "in life we were torn apart, in death, let us never be parted again." As if heaven itself heard her plea, thunder rumbled, and the earth beneath her feet split open. A great chasm yawned in the mound, glowing with strange light. Without hesitation, Yingtai cast aside her bridal veil and leapt into the grave. The ground closed, sealing them together for eternity. Then, from the cypress branches above, two butterflies emerged, one golden, one pale blue. They fluttered side by side, their wings brushing gently as they soared into the open sky. The wedding guests gasped, falling to their knees. The butterflies circled once, twice, then vanished into the horizon, free from earthly chains. The eternal symbol. The story of Zhu Yingtai and Liang Shanbo spread far and wide. Poets composed verses, painters depicted butterflies in pairs, and lovers whispered prayers at their graves. For centuries, their tale has been told as a reminder that love, though fragile in the hands of mortals, is eternal in the realm of the spirit. For some, their transformation was a tragedy, the cruel reminder that duty and tradition can tear apart even the purest of hearts. But for others, it was a triumph, proof that love transcends all boundaries, even death. Every spring, when butterflies dance over the fields of China, villagers say it is the souls of Yingtai and Shanbo visiting the world once more, reminding the living to cherish the ones they love before time steals them away. Thus, their story lives on, not merely as a tale of doomed romance, but as an elegant symbol of devotion, of two souls who chose eternity together, no matter the cost. And so they are remembered, not as scholar and maiden, but as butterflies, forever united in flight, forever free.